Welcome back to Second and Short. It is Friday, June 21st, 2024. And if you're watching on YouTube, which I highly suggest everybody does, you probably noticed that this setup looks entirely different than we normally have. We're actually at Nathan and Colin's house. Neither of them in the camera frame here, but both of them watching us record this episode. Luke, how you doing today?
Great. I'm actually loving the couch setup right now.
The couch setup is fun. It's very casual. I think, there's some things I could get set up at our place where if we wanted to do some more casual episodes, maybe like a football Sunday episodes that me and Colin will be doing in the fall, things
or
like
casting couch.
Maybe.
Could run that.
We're always looking for editors for free. So if you'd like to be cast as an editor, you're more than welcome. But we will not be using the casting couch for anything else.
Damn.
Unfortunately, not for me, but for anybody that was anticipating that. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Obviously, the second week of the Euros group stages is going on right now. We've got Italy versus Spain kicking off the second half. The Copa America is officially underway as everybody else is listening to this. It actually starts at 8 p.m. tonight as we're recording.
Yeah, the Argentinians have taken over Atlanta, which has been cool to see.
They took over Kennesaw State University.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys kept seeing all those pictures of Messi floating around at the gym. That was actually me. Yeah.
I'm still wondering if you went to Whataburger or not.
I doubt it. If I was Messi, I wouldn't be eating Whataburger. Just saw some Italian player get booked right as the second half kicked off. Yeah, I could call that one. Rodri was selling it for sure. Yeah, this is kind of like a weird episode. The AC went out at my house, and it was actually out when me and Colin recorded our mid-season awards, but it wasn't that bad. But it got hot as the night went on, and we were recording that. Well, the last couple of days, it's been about 86 degrees in the office where we record, and I didn't want to go through that because I have been sleeping in that most nights as well. So not in the office, but in that temperature, and it sucks. So I didn't feel like sitting here and recording for that long in that. So I said, fuck it. Let's record it at Nathan and Colin's house, and that's what we're doing. Of course, if you haven't watched Wednesday's video, go check that out. We did our mid-season awards.
It was a great video. For anybody who wants like a recap, who hadn't been paying attention a lot.
Yeah, if you haven't been paying attention to the MLB up to this point, now that we're very close to like the 80-game mark, like the mid-season mark, go check that out. It gives you just an idea of like who the guys are that are dominating right now in the league. So that was a fun one. But yeah, we're kind of getting to that midpoint of the MLB season. Let's see, what else? R.I.P. Willie Mays.
Oh, yeah.
Passed away. That one's sad.
Yep.
A lot of great moments. I saw, obviously, the basket catch is like one of the most legendary plays in MLB history. But like I saw something, I guess back in the day, the Giants' AAA affiliate was in Minnesota or like in Minneapolis. And when the Giants called Willie Mays up from AAA, the team, like the AAA affiliate in Minneapolis, put like an article in the newspaper apologizing to the fans for them like losing Willie Mays.
Wow.
That's how much of an impact player he was even at a young age. So R.I.P. to Willie Mays. I mean, is genuinely a part of the history of the MLB. And not that any good time this could have happened, but today the MLB at Rick Woodfield games start, which is kind of paying tribute to the Negro Leagues, which Willie Mays was obviously a big factor in. So that's kind of it's interesting timing, rather serendipitous. But we'll kind of move on. Obviously, we're going to be talking MLB Recap today, NFL news, Euros Week 1, and then we'll hit questions time with Nathan here live. So got a lot to do. We're all distracted by this Italy-Spain game because it's been fantastic soccer so far. But yeah, the winner of this game advances to the round of 16.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a big deal. But let's go ahead and start. Let's start with the MLB. I'm reading all these notes off my phone, so I apologize that I'm not looking anywhere near the camera, and I know Luke is looking at the TV. So
sorry.
Corbin Carroll hit a hard grounder up the middle into center field the other night, and it was just like, kind of a textbook grounder up the middle. Most people would just get a single out of it and be okay with it. You probably take a slow trot to first base. This man got to third.
What?
So he immediately out of the box was gunning for second base because he saw that the center fielder was playing deep and shaded off to left field, and it went up the second base side, or like the second baseman's side of second base. And so it rolls up, pretty hard roller. Center fielder's coming in because Corbin Carroll is literally almost to second base. He misses the ball, and Corbin Carroll gets to third.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen a human being run that fast. It was ridiculous.
He's rapid.
Yeah, he is.
He is rapid.
Royce Lewis went 0 for 5 on Tuesday, bounced back with a 3 for 4 performance, which included a home run on Wednesday, and a reporter asked him about what it was like kind of bouncing back from that bad performance, and he said that he doesn't get slumps. Like, that was the first thing that he told the coach. And this reporter went and fact-checked him. He has never – he has only had back-to-back hitless games 3 times in his career.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, for anybody out there in a gambling state, if you see Royce Lewis go 0 for whatever, you should probably bet on him to get a hit the next game because he's gonna. But yeah, that's
Love
pretty
that.
sick. That's consistency right there from Royce Lewis. J.P. Crawford got ejected after consecutive bad calls in a game in Cleveland the other day. He was just arguing with the umpire, as one does. And a fan tweeted at him and said, "JP, what's your favorite type of pizza?" Okay. I don't think he actually said anything, but this fan did deliver this pizza to Progressive Field. He called Domino's, asked them, and in the delivery instructions said, "Go to customer service and ask that the pizza be delivered to J.P. Crawford of the Seattle Mariners." And he got it. And the Seattle Mariners posted a picture of him holding the pizza.
What a cool day for the delivery driver, honestly.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Cade Povich is the first starting pitcher in MLB history to record this exact stat line. 4.2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. Now, that line isn't good, but there have been more than 238,000 games in MLB history. And he's the first pitcher to post that exact stat line.
That is so weird.
Yeah. But, it makes sense. Not a lot of pitchers could manage to go 3.2 innings, only give up 1 run, give up 5 walks, and only strike out 1 batter.
Yeah, that's a weird-ass outing.
It is. So, yeah, congrats, Cade Povich. You are now a part of MLB history.
Love that.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit, Spain just had a golden opportunity.
So close.
Bro, Kirk Correa.
He looks so good.
You, man.
He looks so good. We'll definitely talk about that a little bit. Matt Waldron, over his last 8 starts, absolutely on fire. A 1.82 ERA and 49.1 innings pitched.
Yeah, that's crazy. I saw this thing from John Boy that was kind of breaking down his whole career. And the more that he has started to throw the knuckleball, I think he uses it 38% of the time, which for him is still the most.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been absolutely electric this season, but it hasn't always been that way for him.
No, not at all.
Yeah, he's used the knuckleball obviously throughout his career, and it really hasn't worked out until this year.
Yeah.
When he started throwing it more than ever.
Yeah. He looks amazing. Other pitchers that are looking great, Tanner Bibby. One of our favorites here. I know Colin loves Tanner Bibby. He even cracked a smile over there off camera when I said his name. And yesterday, he went 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 walk, 0 runs, and a career-high 12 strikeouts.
Damn.
That career-high 12 strikeouts beats his 11 strikeouts, which was his career high that he recorded in his last start.
Wow.
So, 13 next week, maybe?
He's just on fire.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for from Tanner Bibby of the Guardians. Speaking of the Guardians, go watch that game, or go watch the video from Wednesday. We talked about the Guardians and why they're so good.
Shout out Stephen Vogt.
Facts. I kind of shit on him before the season, so I want to give him his flowers now. Juan Soto is extremely close to becoming the first player since 1901 to walk 700 times before turning 26.
700 times.
That's almost a concerning number.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous how good he is at watching a pitch go by.
Do you think a lot of it is figuring out kind of what the umpire strike zone is too? Do you think he has a pretty good knowledge of across the league, certain guys?
He's got the perfect mixture of fantastic plate discipline. He has a great eye at the plate. But he also is a menacing player to face. Because when he does swing at your pitches, a lot of times he's getting a double out of it or getting a home run. So, like, he's a player that you kind of have to pitch conservatively against. And a lot of times, because he is so good, he gets walks out of it.
Yeah.
So, he's just getting on base by any means possible. And it obviously is working out because he's one of the best players in the MLB.
Love that.
Easily the best MLB headline I've seen. Oh, what? What just
Italy
happened?
just scored a crazy own goal.
Oh, my God. Calafiore, own goal. Spain goes up 1-0 in the 54th.
Yeah, it was coming.
55th, sorry. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Well, all right. Spain's up right now.
Love that.
Okay, so this is easily the best MLB headline I've heard, maybe ever, definitely this season. And this is exactly how The Guardian wrote it. Bow before the king. Did gay icon Grimace save the Mets season? Now, I had to do some investigative journalism here and figure out what. That's such an unlucky own goal. I had to figure out what made Grimace a gay icon.
Yeah.
It is Pride Month after all. Not a single thing about it.
Okay.
They literally mentioned, they said something about like Grimace, comma, who has become a gay icon, comma. That's the only mention of it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't figure out why or how or when Grimace became a gay icon.
That is fucking fantastic.
But you can't argue that he is not saving the Mets because they're on like a 5-game win streak.
I was about to say, yeah, they've been good ever since Grimace.
Yeah.
Throughout the pitch.
Yeah, and I will say the article was kind of sexualizing Grimace and his build, which was kind of weird. But never once did they mention how or why Grimace is a gay icon. But I respect it. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. Good save right there by Donnarumma.
Wow.
Let's see. The Colorado Rockies had a 99.8% chance to win going into the ninth inning the other day, and they lost. Not sure who they were playing, though. In other news, the Dodgers are the first team in MLB history to hit a grand slam and a 3-run home run while trailing in the ninth or later in the same game. Obviously meaning the Dodgers did that to the Rockies. What the fuck? The Rockies are so bad in the ninth inning or later that it is like, it's honestly sad. I think I'm starting to turn. I used to just think like, okay, yeah, the Rockies suck. They kind of did it to themselves. I feel bad for them now because they are so bad
and
late in
irrelevant.
games. Yeah, and they're irrelevant.
Damn.
But it's better than being a middle of the pack team.
Yeah.
Being one of the worst gets you more publicity than being like the best example was for the longest time the Tigers. The Tigers were always like fourth in the AL Central, but good enough to not be the worst team in the MLB.
Yeah.
And that is a way worse place to be in because nobody knows who you are or who your players are. You win like a game or two a series.
Yeah. Fuck the Rockies.
Yeah. I guess this is just a question that I had from looking at the standings. Who let the Mariners get a 10-game lead in the AL West?
Right?
What
I know.
the fuck?
Man, I just recently watched back the clip of where you and I predicted this division, and we were a little bit wrong about the Astros.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were both like, yeah, we don't really believe in Seattle yet.
I think the biggest thing that I looked over with the Astros was the managerial change.
Yeah.
I didn't think about how much that would affect them. And obviously injuries in the pitching rotation and young starting pitching, which is something they haven't had in a while.
Yeah.
And the young starting pitching is not working.
Yeah.
So that is definitely what's hurting me.
I feel like the managerial change for Houston was just shadowed over by the fact that they extended Altuve.
Yes,
And
definitely.
that's kind of what they just focused on.
And he's playing fine.
Yeah, Altuve's great.
Damn, dude. This is such a good match. Let's see what's next. The Minnesota Twins are 0-14 against the top 3 seeds in the AL. The New York Yankees, the Baltimore Orioles, and the Cleveland Guardians. And then they are 41-18 against everyone else.
Wow.
Which would be a 112-win pace. So they really need to figure out what they're doing wrong against those 3 teams because one of them they're going to play a few more times this season. I think actually they're going to play everybody a little bit more this season, but obviously you're going to play Cleveland a lot. So you should probably figure this out because the Twins have the capacity to be a very good team.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to continuously lose to the best teams, you're clearly not going to contend for anything.
No.
But then again, the Orioles were really good last year, and we saw how that panned out. So maybe not.
That's very, very true. Twins are just such a weird team, man.
They are a weird team. And then you throw that in with they just go on 5-game winning streaks and losing streaks. That's just what the Twins have been doing this season. They just continuously go on streaks, whether good or bad. And this is clearly a part of it.
Very consistent, Minnesota.
Yeah.
They're a team that I honestly wish was better, though. I love their baseball field.
I agree.
They have a beautiful park in Minneapolis.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Is
Any
it
other
Target Field?
Yes. Any MLB stuff you got?
Let me look through my Instagram real quick.
Yeah. We're keeping this
Take an
episode very
intermission.
casual today.
Yeah.
We're sitting on a couch, which is probably the first part of that, but also we are exhausted.
Well,
from what we did yesterday.
And that's why I'm glad we have the couch.
Yes.
Because of yesterday. I am, like I told Colin earlier, I
Oh,
am in molasses.
oh my
that
God.
was insane.
Lamine Yamal almost just...
So, hang on.
Oh my
before I get into
God.
the news, I was talking about Lamine Yamal because I was surprised that he started against Croatia. And I was sitting there and I was talking to somebody and I was like, does Spain, out of all countries, really not have another winger that they can play instead of a 16-year-old like Oyarzabal? But then, I watched about 15 minutes of the Croatia game, and I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, no, he's
this
so
kid
good.
is fucking crazy.
Yeah, well, there's a reason that he's 16 years old starting for
he
Barcelona.
just took it around Caprese. Or not Caprese.
Caprese, like a salad.
Sorry. Just some Italian name. Throw it out there.
I think it was the guy that scored the own goal.
Yeah,
it was. I already forgot his name. He also threw DeMarco to the ground, which is not easy.
Yeah. Here, my first bit of news.
Please.
Paul Skeens has thrown 65 pitches at 100+ miles per hour this season. No other starter has more than 36.
Nobody could see what Nathan just did behind the camera. I don't even think Luke.
I
could see
was
it.
not paying attention.
Nathan just did a motion of what is the term that I could use? Sucking dick.
Okay. Well,
yeah, look, this podcast was made to just glaze a few players every season.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner and Paul Skeens.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner and Paul Skeens.
Top glazers here. But yeah, he's thrown 65 pitches at 100+ this season. No other starter has more than 36.
Yeah, and I'm sure that 36 is probably Jared Jones.
It's Jose Soriano.
Oh,
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure Jared Jones is up there though, because he's up there in the top 10 for fastest pitches thrown. Because we talked about that stat a couple weeks ago,
Exactly.
where it was literally just Paul Skeens and Jared Jones at the top of that list.
Here's a fun stat. So Jim Abbott, right?
Yes.
Everybody's favorite Jim Abbott. One hand. He's batting like a .095 with one hand. Maldonado with two hands has a .071.
Shout out Martin Maldonado.
Yeah, love
somehow
that there.
started in the MLB for too long.
Yeah. Yeah, just very weird there.
I think that would be the best way to describe his career.
Then my last bit of news is this was 3 days ago in a Cubs and Giants game. Manny Gonzalez missed a season-high 27 calls in a game. There were 13 strikes and 14 balls that he called incorrectly.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Just
umpiring clinic.
A brutal outing. Now, in the video that I'm watching of the calls that he's missing, I will say,
they're close.
There is some really I don't know if this is a term that you baseball people would use, but really aggressive framing from catchers. Really,
no, definitely.
I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I mean that's all these.
Yeah, and
pitches.
also some umpires are more easily swayed by framing than others. Some
That's
umpires are looking where the ball gets caught.
Yeah,
and that's why different methods of framing work better for different catchers. Some catchers kind of try and keep the webbing of the glove towards the strike zone a lot and try to dictate
that way they can
kind of
pivot around it.
Yeah. Whereas some kind of just try to do a fast swipe or almost act as if it's a follow through. So they'll kind of act like they're going to receive the ball closer to their chest and then stick their glove out to kind of swoop it into the strike zone. And then some are really bad at it. There's a lot of guys that are really bad at framing, and they just catch the ball and move.
Yeah.
And they always go to the center of the strike zone. And yes, it gets confusing, but it's much harder to sell.
That's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with that. Is that the end of your MLB news?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the end of my stuff.
Well, there's obviously a ton of games and stuff to watch this weekend.
I do have an NFL thing, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about the NFL in just a second. Let's go over a couple of the games we got this weekend. We've got the Rick Woodfield games, Giants, Cardinals in Montgomery or Birmingham. One of the two. It's either Montgomery or Birmingham.
I actually don't know.
But we've got some good games this weekend. We got Braves Yankees in New York.
That's right.
That one's going to be on Apple TV Plus on Friday. Everybody can watch that one. Maybe.
Possibly.
I don't know. If you have an iPhone, I think you can watch it.
That's good. Most people should have
Yeah.
an iPhone by now.
Yeah, if you don't, you're kind of weird. We got Diamondbacks Phillies. That could be fine. I don't know. The Diamondbacks kind of suck.
Yeah.
Rays Pirates could be okay.
Royals Rangers, I don't mind.
Yeah, Royals Rangers not bad. Rangers have been really bad though.
Angels Dodgers.
Yeah, Angels Dodgers could always be interesting. Not going to be good. Brewers Padres is a very good series.
Morata's on a really good breakaway right now. Hang on. Oh,
never mind.
Good job, Captain.
Oh, look at Cucurella coming in. He's all over the field, man.
Yeah.
He is so good.
Ben Joel shaking in his boots right now.
Yeah, he might need to hang up his boots.
Yeah. Just stay healthy for his kids.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I got a feeling we're going to see Ben Chilwell on the sideline coaching pretty soon.
I could see him at Newcastle.
I'll pass.
You don't like Ben Chilwell?
I'll take Tino Livramento over him on the left.
Wow.
Keep Trippier at right, put Livramento on the left.
That's actually kind of crazy that you just said that, though. I kind of think Chilwell's nice.
I don't care.
He's just injury prone.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't care for players that can't play.
I mean, that's fair.
I'll pass, dude. I'm good.
Ooh, Italy.
That was close. Italy gave themselves a shot right
Dang,
there.
they get Pellegrini 10. That's when you know it's bad.
This is a bad era.
Yeah.
They're the reigning Euro champions.
Yeah, that is true. 4 years did a lot to Italy, though.
Yeah, definitely.
They aged a lot.
Yeah. A lot of players have retired, especially. All right, let's talk about the NFL, though. The Chiefs might be moving out of Missouri.
Whoa.
Heading over the state border to Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're going to be in the same city, just over the state border.
Wow.
The Kansas state government approved a proposal to fund a stadium on the other side of the border in Kansas City. So they're trying to lure the Chiefs into Kansas. Could be interesting. But, why would they leave Arrowhead?
Yeah, that place is
It's a legendary place to play.
It is. It's very underrated, I think, in the grand scheme of things, really. It's always one of the loudest, sometimes the loudest in the world. I think
I think
beat
Seattle.
Galatasaray.
Seattle's typically a big one, too.
Yeah. The 12th man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ever since the Legion of Boom, though, I hear that place is kind of
it's quieted down. That's what happens when Geno Smith's your quarterback. I'm on the Geno Smith hate train this year, in case you guys haven't realized. I'm a Geno Smith denier.
Yeah.
And I think they are too, because they signed Sam Howell, like Colin just reminded me of from behind the camera. All right, next. NFL owners are discussing a potential QB salary cap.
Ooh.
Interesting. I've never really seen positional salary caps.
Yeah.
But it is, I wouldn't say it's a problem, but it's concerning that Trevor Lawrence is the highest paid player in NFL history.
Yeah. It very much is.
Yeah.
No, has he won a playoff game? Yeah, he did.
Yes.
He beat
a crazy
Justin
comeback
Herbert.
against the Chargers.
That's right.
Let's be honest, he beat Brandon Staley.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he beat the Chargers. He beat the coaching staff.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's fine, but you got to understand that if you do put a salary cap on quarterbacks, they still need to be the highest paid on the field.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're going to try and do that, well, does that mean that wide receivers are next? Does that mean that defensive ends are next? You can't just cap one position because the market continues to grow every single year. So unless you move that salary cap with the trends,
then
you might as well have not had a salary cap in the first place.
That's very true. I wonder, though, if we could look at a salary cap as kind of like teams can now get more players at more positions without having to spend as much money on their QB now.
I guess, but I don't know. You can't beat a growing market.
Yeah.
So either you're going to make all the teams significantly worse and spread out the talent, kind of like what the NBA has tried, but all that does is it makes teams spend less money on depth and more on star power.
Yeah.
and that ends up hurting all the teams.
That is very true. In the NBA, it is worked out not that many times.
No, you still see super teams.
I feel like every team besides the Mavericks that like Kyrie and like Katie have gone to. I know Katie's not on the Mavericks, but like they just haven't ever like panned out. Like the Nets.
No, super teams don't work.
Yeah. Not at all.
Unless you're the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
But that's also because they did have good depth.
Yeah.
And they had guys on team-friendly deals. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were both on team-friendly deals when KD was there.
But then they lost the other guys.
Exactly.
Eventually. Yeah.
Exactly. Guys eventually leave, and that's why, like, in the NBA, yeah, the Celtics just won the championship, but you can't hold on to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and keep winning.
Very Yeah.
So, it's going to run its course, and I don't want that to happen with the NFL. I like the fact that NFL players have constantly shown loyalty, especially at the quarterback position.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
not a position that you see guys move around a lot unless they're not playing well.
Yeah.
If you're playing well, you pay your quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to stop.
I agree. I like
okay. Dan Quinn is quickly creeping into that group of head coaches that I don't like because they're corny. First of all, Dan Quinn gave me every reason in the world to hate him. 28-3. Oh my God! Oh, that was reminiscent of yesterday.
God.
You're gonna have to watch that video when that comes out.
Bro,
Crossbar
Nico
challenge.
Williams just almost booted Italy off the whole map. Deleted their whole country.
Nico Williams.
Every Italian restaurant that you love, you can't go to it today.
Good God. No chicken parm tonight.
No. That was insane.
Ooh, that was insane. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, back to what I was saying. I hate Dan Quinn. But he's quickly jumping into this group. At least in the NFL, he would only join Nick Sirianni. But across all of football, he would join Nick Sirianni and Dabo Sweeney as coaches that I hate because they're corny.
Oh, Dabo.
He said this about Jaden Daniels.
Oh, here we go.
Jaden Daniels has the hunger of a young player and the swagger of a veteran. My man, you are like 55 years old. Do not say he has swagger of a veteran. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about aura.
Yeah. He just has that aesthetic.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a certain je ne sais quoi. Nobody's going to understand that reference but me, Nathan, and Colin, and a couple other people. But yeah, I don't know. Don't start now. Don't start doing that. And the next thing you know, he's crying at the national anthem and losing a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next, Josh Allen is very likely going to become the number 2 in Bills history in passing touchdowns and rushing touchdowns this season.
Wow.
Yeah.
More than Thurman?
I think OJ has their record for rushing touchdowns.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Nathan, can you fact check, please? But yeah, he's insane, and he does get a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. I wonder when he's going to be their pick leader, too. Probably like tomorrow.
Yeah, game 1 of the season, maybe. Yeah, it's pretty insane how good Josh Allen really is as a dual threat.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you look at a guy like him, like, build-wise, never would expect him to be a dual threat quarterback. Obviously, we know now. But,
yeah,
like, coming into, like, the draft, it's just some guy out of Wyoming who was like a reject high school prospect, played JUCO, went to Wyoming, was pretty good, very good.
Yeah.
Got drafted pretty high and has just boomed. But it's just kind of surprising how good he is.
Yeah. I remember, like, his rookie year, people, like, commentators would get so mad at him for, like, the way that he would run and just take hits and lower his head. And now it's like we want more of that.
Yeah, we do want more of that.
And honestly, to his point, he's been durable the entire time, which has been fantastic.
Yeah, second. He's going to pass Joe Ferguson in passing yards? Or passing touchdowns. Okay, so he'll be behind Jim Kelly over Joe Ferguson in passing. What about rushing? We got that. Okay, so he'll pass OJ, be behind Thurman. Legends.
Yeah.
Legends. What? 4th in interceptions?
That's like
50.
3 seasons for him.
Hey, if he has like a good like Jameis Winston 30-30,
yeah,
he could be real close. 112 to get first in interceptions. He could do it. I believe in him.
He definitely
can. All right, let's see. What you were talking about with dropping your head as like a quarterback, Shane Steichen said that it's best for the Colts if Anthony Richardson can work on learning when to get down.
Yeah.
And I agree. Because Anthony Richardson, obviously, we've seen a very small sample size of him in the pros, but part of his injury was the fact that he wasn't going down.
Yeah.
And, like, at Florida, he didn't go down a lot.
Yeah.
And that could be wildly taken out of context. But
pause.
You gotta realize when to stop running and when to not drop your head. And the time to realize that is when you're the starting quarterback in the NFL. Like,
exactly.
Don't put your body on the line for a yard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let the running back do that. That's why they pay them nothing.
Yeah. You got a whole season ahead of you, man.
Yeah, and a whole career as well.
Make it to the Super Bowl, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But when you're spending your entire February in Cancun, there's a problem.
There is an issue. It may not sound like an issue, but there's an issue.
There is. The Falcons are inducting Arthur Blank and Matt Ryan into the Ring of Honor.
Arthur Blank, huh?
Yeah, I'll get to that. Look, Matt Ryan deserves it wholeheartedly. I think he's the greatest Falcon of all time. Matt Ryan is awesome. One of my favorite players ever. Never going to say that he doesn't deserve this. He definitely does. And it maybe should have been as soon as possible. And considering he made his retirement official at the end of last season, this was as soon as possible, and I respect that.
I like that.
Arthur Blank put himself in the Ring of Honor. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Exactly.
Literally, the people that choose that work for him.
Yeah.
Arthur Blank has brought nothing to the city of Atlanta other than stadiums and heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And he brought a few players that wasted their careers here.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all Arthur Blank has done for the Atlanta Falcons. What? Yeah, and Home Depot. But I'm talking about, like, sports-wise, what he has done is ruin me.
Yeah, I mean,
ruin my feelings.
He did give Atlanta a championship with Atlanta United, if anybody really cares too much.
Like, look, MLS championships are never going to matter to me. I'm sorry. But at least for the Falcons, because he's going to the Falcons Ring of Honor, all he has done is brought players that wasted their career and losses.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking losses. So, yes, I get it. He's been the owner for a very long time, and he probably deserves some recognition.
Yeah.
Maybe stop going onto the fucking sidelines halfway through a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. I'm not the biggest Arthur Blank fan. Not that I'm saying that he should sell the team, but maybe be less involved.
Yeah. Funny story about Arthur Blank. When I was still like a really, really into Atlanta United, right? Had the season tickets in the supporter section, sat with all the crazy fans and stuff. There was like a Wednesday game where it happened to be like his birthday. And the supporters group had made him a cake. So at the end of the game, they were passing out like pieces of cake. He got a piece, and he was like literally like 2 feet in front of me.
Yeah, and
awesome.
I think Arthur Blank genuinely loves Atlanta sports, and I can respect that because I do too. The problem is that he's the figurehead of it, and I am on a podcast right now. So if you're the figurehead of it and you love it so much, you should probably start realizing that you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
And I think he needs to.
Put some money in there.
Yeah. All right. Last thing. We're going to be getting 3 different iterations of Hard Knocks this year.
Oh, yeah.
So we have the Giants off-season Hard Knocks, which is free agency and draft.
Who gives a fuck about
So it's really a front office look in.
Interesting.
More than anything.
Well, that's a front office that needs to be looking into some stuff for sure.
Yeah. Brian Dable needs to be looking into maybe a house in a different city. But
and like an hourly job.
Yeah. We're going to get training camp Hard Knocks, like the normal version with the Bears, which is going to be awesome as well.
That's going to be cool, yeah.
And then we're getting in season with the AFC North.
That one is going to be insane.
I can't wait. And I think what's great about them deciding to do the in-season now with the AFC, like doing a division, is that you almost kind of hedge yourself. Like, you're almost like, okay, well, if one of these teams isn't worth talking about,
we have three.
We have three more.
Yeah.
Whereas like last year they kind of lucked out because the Miami Dolphins one was the perfect time.
Yeah.
It was so perfectly timed where it was like all these injuries were happening.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills were creeping up. All this stuff was going on. It was the perfect storyline.
Yeah.
But like the Cardinals 2 seasons ago sucked. It was just useless.
I didn't even remember that there was a Cardinals one 2 seasons
exactly.
ago. And I feel like the Jets preseason was nice too because you got Aaron Rodgers, like all this talent coming in there.
I think the best thing for Hard Knocks training camp wise is a new arrival.
Yeah.
And the Bears are full of new arrivals.
Oh yeah.
Caleb Williams, Keenan Allen, obviously so many others, but those are like the big names you're looking at as new arrivals to the team.
But then you're also going in depth into like the ghetto of the NFL, which just happens to be a division where every team could go over 500.
Exactly.
So
exactly,
I love it. I can't wait for the Steelers to be on there. It's actually the first time the Steelers have ever been featured.
Oh wow.
In Hard Knocks, which is going to be awesome. But yeah, looking into that whole division, I feel like it's just going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be an interesting way to like watch the episodes because like we're so used to it's just like an hour-long episode about one team.
Yeah.
But like, this is an hour-long episode, but this team's going to get 15 minutes and this team's going to get 15.
It's going to be so much.
It's going to be cool, and it's going to be fun to kind of interweave these storylines when they play each other late in the season.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
When they play each other, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Let's see. That is the end of my NFL stuff.
Yeah. I only have one thing here.
Okay.
This is just a cool fact about one of my favorite players that kind of like fell off a cliff. But we're talking about that Georgia Bulldog, Champ Bailey.
Ooh.
Everybody loves me some Champ Bailey, or everybody loves me some Champ Bailey. Whatever, I'm tired.
I guess.
During the entire 2006 season, Champ Bailey allowed 4 catches on 35 targets. He also had 10 interceptions and did not allow a touchdown.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then it says opposing quarterbacks would have been better off spiking the ball than throwing near Champ. And what's crazy is like I don't even know if he was good like past like 32 or 31. I don't know what happened to him after like his.
I think he's
prime.
he's in a position like corner is a position where like you can't be the best forever.
Yeah, like the other Broncos guy, Chris Harris, was really good and then fell off.
Yeah.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, another guy too.
There's so many of them. Like even like when you talk about top guys all time, a lot of them started to fall. Yeah, Darrelle Revis, thank you, Colin.
Yeah,
is a guy that kind of wasted away near the end of his career with the Jets.
Yeah, and I feel like even guys like Jalen Ramsey doesn't really have that same aura that he did like 2018, 2017.
Yeah.
So
and
that
like
makes sense.
Malcolm Butler.
Yeah,
like all those kind of guys that were like top of the game, and then you just kind of see them fall off because it's a physically demanding position.
Janoris Jenkins, Jackrabbit. He was
that guy
nasty.
fell off quick.
Yeah, he did.
All right, let's go to some soccer, a whole different type of football. We're watching some right now, like we've been talking about. 1-0 right now, Spain versus Italy in the 82nd minute. This has been a fantastic match to watch thus far.
Yeah.
I know me and you are both big fans of Spain's lineup this season.
For sure.
I really like tactically what they've been doing. Something we were kind of talking about. We watched the whole first half before we started recording here, and like I really like that. Yes, they are still very possession based, but they are a little more attacking than they used to be.
Yeah,
Like,
and
if
I
you
feel like
go
that
back-
just comes with personnel.
Yeah, like if you go back and look at like the 2012 team
Yeah,
for Spain with Iniesta and Xavi, and I think Cesc Fabregas was in that lineup.
probably.
most likely.
Busquets.
Yeah, Busquets, like so many different guys they could have chosen from. But like this is so much different. There's no Sergio Ramos on the field. There's no Gerard Piqué.
Yeah.
Like the defense is totally different with the exception of Carvajal. It's crazy. Like Jordi Alba switches out with Marc Cucurella, and Cucurella looks phenomenal
Yeah.
up and down the field. And these young guys that they have in the midfield, obviously Rodri is fantastic, but Fabian Ruiz is playing outstanding. I've not seen him play like he has before these 2 games in the Euros.
Yeah, he's been great. Yamin Yamal too, the 16-year-old.
Yeah. He's been insane.
Phenomenal.
And Alvaro Morata decided he wants to score some goals.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's been great. I don't think Spain is the best team in the tournament, though. I think there's one that's kind of obvious.
Okay.
And it's the team that Musiala and Wirtz play for. The 2 German youngsters have been
Germany's
killing it.
They opened up the Euros.
What I was
5-1 stomping of Scotland.
Really surprised to see, and I'm sure you're going to agree with me. I got my hand on your shoulder for this. Jonathan Tah instead of Nico Schlotterbeck?
Look, I
don't know about that.
I think with Jonathan Tah, it's a matter of form and team success.
Well, he was with Leverkusen, right?
Yeah.
But the other team played in the Champions League final.
I understand that. But one of the teams didn't lose a single match until the Europa League
very
final.
Very true. Until their very last game.
Literally
of the
last game they played, they lost. But I think with Tah, it probably is just more of a tactical fit when it comes down to those two.
He also is the biggest player on the field if you play Tah, no matter what country.
Huge.
Yeah.
So, and just so physical.
Yes.
I think it pays off super well with this kind of very new look Germany squad.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I kind of wrote down like some recap things. So yeah, Germany just routed Scotland in the opening match.
Of course. Yeah.
That was definitely a handball, right?
I think it was kind of against his hand and
his arm was
position.
to his body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Spain made all of Twitter give up on the career of Luka Modric.
Yeah.
Like everybody turned on Luka Modric so fast.
Yeah.
He looked horrendous in that match.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
Like that was one that I watched the full 90.
But
and
that
it was
is
like, oh,
just being a midfielder in a team that's not as strong, but you're playing against Spain.
Yeah.
You are just set up.
But like they have
for
good
failure.
players. That's my issue.
Yeah.
It's like they have Kovacic and they have Perisic and like they have
Brozovic.
they have Brozovic and like a pretty solid defensive back line. It's just there's not a goal scorer.
Was Dubravka in goal for Croatia?
Dubravka is not Croatian.
He started in his Euro game though.
He's Slovenian.
Slovenia. Okay,
yes,
my bad.
and he got a clean sheet against Slovakian. He got a clean sheet against Belgium, I believe.
What I want to ask you, and this might be a dumb question to you, but does Dubravka have a chance of taking Nick Pope's job with how he does in the Euro, depending?
I kind of hope not.
Yeah.
I think we could get very good value out of Dubravka if we sold him right now. Like at the conclusion of this Euros, I think it's worth selling him just because Nick Pope is amazing. I don't want, like, just because he was injured all season, I don't want people to forget the fact that he was so fucking good last year.
That's very true, yeah. Very true. Probably England's best goalie, I would say now. He's better than Pickford.
Yeah. The problem is just that, like, he literally came back for the last game of the season. That was it.
And Southgate is his manager, so.
Yeah, Southgate doesn't know how to pick a squad, let alone put them on the field.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in my next note here is that England may not be good as people thought.
Yeah, it definitely surprised me.
Yeah, Phil Foden looks so bad.
Yeah.
He looks like he's really missing Pep Guardiola as his manager.
Yep.
The rest of the squad, like Bukayo Saka still looks good,
yeah,
which is a good thing to see. Harry Kane looks fine.
Cole Palmer hadn't played.
Yeah, Cole Palmer hasn't even touched the grass.
Insane.
Yeah, I don't love this England squad as a whole. I don't think it is cohesive.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is Southgate.
I could have loved it.
Yeah.
It's just not being used effectively.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I'd love to see some Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, and real quick, before you go into your next thing, I just wanted to point out that the Italians and really since the 80th minute have actually turned this game around, and they're actually starting to get some possession in Spain's half.
But I will say, Spain has done such a good job of being literally covering the entire field in all 3/3.
Yeah.
Like they are they literally will put 10 players in the middle third.
Yeah. Literally. And right now you have all 11 players behind the ball, even the striker. Or in front of the ball, I guess you should say.
It is crazy how they've been setting up. And like they'll send back 10 into the defensive third. It's insane.
Yeah.
How Spain is spreading the field, because one of the big things that a lot of the pundits have been pointing out throughout this is that this Spain team looks a lot more vertical than they have in past years.
Yep.
But they're still doing such a great job of playing their role and spreading the field super well.
Which has been one of my favorite things about watching Spain is you can still tell that they have that just possess and kind of like Anaconda-esque, like just slowly squeeze your way forward, just passing the ball around. But they also, like you said, they are way more vertical than I've ever seen them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I would like to commend how good Unai Simon has been in goal.
Oh, my God, yeah. Another Bilbao player.
Yes.
A lot of Bilbao action for Spain this year.
Yeah, he's very good. He got unfortunate on the goal he conceded earlier in the tournament, but
Yeah.
He's been amazing against Italy here. Next thing, Netherlands and Poland. They had a really good match.
Yeah,
it was so
brutal.
close.
Yeah.
2-1 win for Netherlands, but it was really close. And the best thing that I can talk about with Poland is they move the ball around so well.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
No.
Lewandowski on the bench, though.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What happens when you're like 40?
Yeah. I almost crashed my car on 575 yelling about Lewandowski, or not Lewandowski, but yelling about Poland scoring first.
Yeah.
That was a heartbreaker. Let us go up 1-0 and then beat us 2-1. That's annoying.
Yeah, that was pretty tough.
The Dutch look great, though.
Yeah, the Dutch do look really good. Let's see what's next. Romania decided to just turn the fuck up and kick the shit out of Ukraine.
Bullied Ukraine.
3-0.
Dude, I really thought that Andriy Leun was going to be able to lead Ukraine to a good result there, but absolutely not.
Romania has such a robust defense.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Obviously, Dragusin is kind of the focal point of that defensive line.
Yeah.
But, man, they're so good. Like I talked about earlier, Belgium lost 1-0 to Slovakia. That's crazy.
That was
This Belgium team is
fun
stacked. And they have the man who led Euro qualifying in goals, who also happens to be Romelu Lukaku. But
fuck off.
to get to be shut out in the opening match when you have a guy that literally scored, I think, 3 more goals than anybody else in qualifying.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
Yeah.
And you have Kevin De Bruyne.
And you have Kevin De Bruyne, yeah. And guys that, young players that have moved to bigger teams like Doku.
Yeah, Jeremy Doku looks actually very good on the right.
Yeah.
It's primarily where he was playing in that first match. And like he moves around the pitch well. Once again, he runs into the issue of maybe taking the ball too far forward and not being able to finish.
It's just, I think with Belgium is their past controversies, like with whatever happened with Thibaut and Kevin De Bruyne and their like women trouble.
Yeah.
It just, they still seem like they don't like each other.
Very true.
And I think that's what hurt him back then. I think that's what hurt him now. And Spain has a really good chance here that's cleared away by Bastoni.
That was tough. But no, you're right. I do think Belgium has an issue of like
they're in their own way.
Yeah, they are. They are. And they have been for a long time.
For sure.
There was times where like they looked like the best team in the world because of talent.
Yeah.
And they go into a tournament and they always play under expectations.
Always.
And I agree with you. I think they're just they get in their own way. Obviously, Kevin De Bruyne has maybe a bit of an issue with girlfriends.
Yeah.
It ran him out of Chelsea.
Yeah.
Mbappe went down with a broken nose in a 1-0 win over Austria.
Ooh, yeah. There's a lot to come from that 1-0 game.
There is.
The fact that France probably it would have been a 0-0 draw if it wasn't for N'Golo Kanté having a crazy game. And just France didn't look all that menacing.
No, they didn't. But I will say I'm happily surprised by N'Golo Kanté being so good.
Yeah.
Because like this is kind of what we're gonna fall for, where it's like we haven't seen this guy play because he's in Saudi Arabia. So we don't really know how good he's playing. And if he is playing good over there, do we know how good the competition is?
Exactly.
And so when you come into a big European or, international competition like this, do we know how good these guys from Saudi Arabia are going to play? And N'Golo Kanté certainly showing out.
Yeah, and even to further that point, I feel like you could have even you could have argued against us for not even playing him with the young talent that France has in midfield, and with him, being older, going to Saudi Arabia. If he wasn't in the starting 11, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, that's
sad to say, but
who is the manager right now for France?
I think it's still Didier Deschamps.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I know that there was the succession plan for Thierry Henry to take over, but I think he's still managing the U21.
Yeah, it feels like Didier Deschamps has been manager of France since
forever?
2001.
Yeah, it does feel like he's been there forever. But yeah, France has a lot to deal with because did they play today? Is that right? Or do they play tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow. I know Poland-Austria, the other game in the group, is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, they would play the Netherlands then. That's going to be such a good game. I wish Mbappe was healthy, though.
So the games that happened today, Denmark-England drew today. Once again, kind of just proves that England is not as good as they've looked. Yeah. Or at least we thought they would. And Slovenia and Serbia drew as well, 1-1. We'll see France on Friday, 3 p.m. Netherlands-France on Friday.
Love that.
That's going to be really good.
Yeah.
All Arda Güler scored one hell of a goal in Turkey's 3-1 win.
Literally, how is he even still in form? He did nothing for Real Madrid except practiced. Like that lefty goal was fucking incredible.
Is that guy dressed as a banana?
Is that Grimace? the Mets' best player, Grimace?
Dude, why is his jersey so wet? Oh my God.
He ran, dude.
Fabian Ruiz, dude. Jesus. It literally looks like he just got like a Gatorade bath. That's crazy.
Wouldn't you love to give him a hug right now?
No, I'll pass. Let's see what else. Turkey won that game 3-1 over Georgia, which I thought Georgia had a team that could make like a sneaky run into the round of 16 and like maybe contend against somebody.
Yeah.
Just they don't have it all together, unfortunately, but I do really like their team. I think for the future it looks good. Obviously Kvaratskhelia is kind of the top guy there, but I think Georgia overall has some good young talent.
I saw no highlights of him.
Yeah, no, like I said, they really didn't look very good.
Yeah. Come on, let Italy have this chance here. I think the ref's reaching for his whistle. This is probably last. Yep, that's
such good timing because this game is like the whistle is literally about to be blown.
No, don't blow it yet. Let him have it. Let him have it.
Let's see. I think this has got to be final possession.
Yeah, final possession.
Final possession right here.
Down the
Let's see.
Side for Italy.
Oh shit!
And it's not bad.
Oh! What a clearance! What a clearance by Aymeric Laporte. Another guy we haven't seen. Who just got a yellow? Carvajal?
What?
Carvajal just got a yellow?
He must have spoken to the ref.
Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
Nathan
Our
talk. He's been
Nathan is
paying more attention.
I want y'all to know that I'm pretty sure Carvajal has been called a bitch-ass pussy 7 times in the last 20 minutes.
What?
Okay.
Why?
Because he has shoved everybody, pushed everyone, kicked. He went to the ground at one point and kicked the dude in the shin while he was rolling around looking at him, and still got the call though.
Yeah.
Also, I think the Italian mob might murder all of the Spanish players.
Also, I wanted
because they are fouling the absolute shit out of Italy and getting barely any calls.
Donnarumma's in the box.
Oh hell yeah!
They put the 6'5"
ref,
goalie in there.
They went for a corner earlier. Italy had a corner, and the ref had to talk to both teams for a good 2 minutes of time. That's why we got 4 minutes of added time.
Wow!
It took him like 2 minutes to get everyone to like calm the fuck down, and then right on the corner, guess who? Danny Carvajal throws a guy to the ground.
Let's see if Spain can clear this out.
Oh,
game.
That's such a horrible attempt there.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh man.
You got to be smarter than that. Yeah.
You know, the thing is, though, is the Italians looked so much better against Spain than Croatia did. So fair play to Italy. I mean, they did what they could.
No, I think Italy can definitely take some positives from this game.
For sure,
Obviously, Spain already clinched their way out of this group.
Are they No, they're not the first seed.
I don't know if they've
Germany
clinched the first seed, but they're definitely out of the group.
Yeah.
They're going into the round of 16. We'll see what happens here, but this was one hell of a match.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think with no unfortunate own goal, that would have been a 0-0 draw.
Oh,
it could have been. Yeah.
Italy's defense looked so good besides the unfortunate turning around, hitting him in the knee, and it goes straight in the goal.
But then again, like, if watching this game all the way through, Spain won that game for 75 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Italy was just phenomenal.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I don't know. Look, Spain's always going to play physical. And also, look, Danny Carvajal is pretty used to getting away with shit. He plays for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So,
but Carvajal's one of those players that's also the king of, like, he'll do the small things that he knows he can get away with to just get in your head throughout the game. And that's why he's one of the best in the world, I think.
Well, this was perfect timing for this game to end because it's questions time. Nathan's mic's already unmuted.
Let's go. We're here. Let me put the timestamp in real quick, and then we'll get it started.
Fantastic.
Love it.
So, yeah, Spain advancing to the round of 16.
Yeah.
That is confirmed.
Congrats to them. I really do like the Spain team.
I think they're probably the team I'm rooting for.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's just a lot of players that I like watching.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially that guy. I love the Williams brothers.
Yes, they're awesome.
To death.
All right, we're actually starting with Euro stuff.
Okay.
I have, will any surprise teams not make it out of the group stage at the Euros?
Well, I think whoever's third place in this group is probably the surprise team.
Who do you think it'll be?
I'm going to say it's Italy that doesn't make it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's their last game against?
I think who else is?
Did
in
they?
this?
They
I
still have
could've
to play
sworn this group
Croatia,
was,
right?
Like, stacked, right?
Yeah, it would have been Croatia because they've already played
Oh.
Albania.
Maybe not. Then
I feel like Croatia might get left out.
yeah,
But that,
which
I don't.
isn't a
I feel like
surprise.
it's not a surprise.
It's not a surprise. Let me look at the groups.
All right,
I think
that's fair.
England might not make it out,
Yeah.
even though they're in a relatively easy group. Let me see. I haven't given the groups much of a thought. Honestly.
I think out of what we've seen so far, I think Belgium doesn't make it out of their group. I think it's either
Yeah, they do with
Slovakia or even Ukraine could come back for it. I'm not believing in Belgium at all.
Yeah, Croatia's not making it out of this group.
Same with Croatia.
England's so lucky that they got that 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Serbia's not going to make it, which I guess would be surprising. But Slovenia just has a better defense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense that they're a little bit better than them. Not a surprise in Group D. I kind of agree with you. Belgium, probably the surprise, considering they lost their first match. And Slovakia and Romania both look super good.
Yeah.
So I think with how Romania's defense looked against Ukraine, if they can look that good against Belgium, they'll win that game too.
Yeah, and I think Ukraine even has a shot against Belgium. I mean, looking at how, they played against who beat
Roma-
Thank you.
Romania
Romania.
beat Ukraine. Belgium lost to Slovakia.
Slovakia, thank you. But yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Belgium.
Yeah, I'd love to say that Portugal's not going to make it out of Group F, but I just don't think that Czechia or Georgia is good enough.
Not
Because
a chance.
Turkey, I think, is for sure going to be the best team out of that group, though.
Yeah,
I
think so?
really like this Turkish team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't mind
I
it.
guess Belgium would be the only surprise one that wouldn't make it out.
All right, you guys ready for the next question?
Yeah. Let's get it.
What's your favorite and least favorite social media platform?
Let's see. Favorite is Twitter, for sure.
Favorite for me would be Instagram.
But see, I like posting to Instagram the most. I don't ever, except for the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Twitter's more your content.
Twitter is
Stuff,
where, and that's mainly because baseball and soccer are so good on Twitter.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the big reason for me. The MLB has its place on Instagram, but Instagram is much more for football,
Fair. Yeah.
for sure.
Least favorite, can I say Threads?
Threads. I
Because
never
it's annoying
never
to see on
downloaded
Instagram.
Threads.
I didn't
Yeah.
either, but when they're on Instagram and it's like, oh, I want to know what they said, and
Yeah,
it's like,
click
oh, you
it,
got to
and it's like,
download it.
download it. No, fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
not doing that. So I guess my least favorite might be Snapchat.
That's fair.
I think
Yeah.
Snapchat kind of sucks because, yes, I use it daily
Yeah.
to talk to people.
We Snapchat each other.
Yeah, but I don't do anything else on there. I go on there, I respond to the people that I snap back and forth with,
Yeah.
which is 5 people in a group chat, and that's it.
Yeah.
I could care less about Snapchat.
I'd also, with Threads, I would probably throw in TikTok as well. It doesn't
I like
really
TikTok.
contribute to.
You're so old.
Yeah.
I like
You're so
TikTok.
old.
I know.
TikTok
I
is
know.
so good for sports too. On top of sports, the comedy part is
Maybe I need to try to
hilarious.
get on sports TikTok more.
Yeah, you do have to build your feed.
Yeah.
I will say on TikTok you really got to build your feed, and unfortunately, people like me and Ethan have turned our TikToks into I can't talk to anybody except him about what I'm seeing on TikTok
Yeah.
because nobody will get it.
Because y'all are on the same talk.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are, and that's
Brain
people
rot
with
talk.
100 likes.
Oh.
That's the kind of TikToks I see.
Yeah.
If anyone was curious, if you see a TikTok with more than 1,000 likes, Grayson hasn't seen it.
Probably
so
not.
send it to him if it's something funny to you
Yeah.
or something, because he will not see that because
No.
it has too many likes.
Awesome.
I'll go on TikTok right now. We'll see how many likes the first TikTok that pops up has.
Luke, you want
Let's
to take
see.
a guess? I'm going to say 28.
Really?
Oh, actually, no. This one's really big.
Ah,
This one's got a couple milli. Here we go. 5,000 likes. Third TikTok I saw, 5,000 likes.
Nice.
crazy. What teams will surprise us at the Copa America, good or bad?
Let me look at the groups. Let me look at the groups. Oh,
I think Brazil's going to be bad.
no.
That's
do.
crazy. I,
think
don't
Brazil-
think anyone's ever
I don't
said
know
that
if they're
going
going
to
to be
of soccer.
bad in the grand scheme. I think they're going to be worse than you would expect.
It's fair.
Because I agree with Ronaldinho.
Um,
And Ronaldinho said that he's not watching a single match. He's not talking about this team at all.
I think Uruguay this year has more of a chance than they probably ever have. Like with just
Really?
Valverde getting better and better.
I feel like the attack is lackluster.
My surprise team to not do well, I don't think Argentina is going to do what people think they'll do. I think Brazil's going to be better than Argentina.
I don't think that KSU dining hall got him right.
I don't know.
Dude, that Brazil-USA friendly
Was fun.
It was fun, and it really swayed me to think Brazil is not going to be that good.
Nah, just wait until Endrick gets in that starting 11 in the Copa America, like game 2.
Yeah. He's
oh no,
like,
it's over.
I don't know. I can't get behind this Brazil team.
I know some people are high on Peru.
Yes, I've heard a lot of people talking about Peru. Definitely not high on Canada. That's for sure.
Nah, they play Argentina game 1 tonight.
I always love Jamaica.
Me
Jamaica's
too.
always
Yeah,
so much
they are
fun to
so
watch.
much fun.
So give me Jamaica as my good surprise.
Bro, you should look into Bob Marley and soccer. He had his own team and he
for
played
real?
soccer all the time.
That's awesome.
He loved it.
All right.
Sick.
What's the next question, Ethan?
If you had to lose your hands or your feet, which one would you choose and why?
Hands.
Feet.
Oh,
Crap.
Obviously feet. I
Really?
know Colin's answer.
Actually,
I would
minute.
be content if I had like a wheelchair. I would not be content if I couldn't pick things up or
I was
use
gonna
a
say, you
keyboard.
could always get prosthetics, but like it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, dude, give me fucking prosthetic legs then.
That's true. You'd be fast as
I'd be
fuck.
fast as fuck, dude. I'd be running on trampolines.
Robo Luke.
Yeah, I'd never get foot pain. The fatigue in my I wouldn't have fatigue in my legs.
Normally
Yeah.
they get hip problems, if anything.
Man, I already got hip
We'll take
problems
the
and I
hip
got
problem.
feet.
No hands for me, please.
Like the song?
Or no, wait, no feet.
Yeah.
Sorry, no feet.
If
'Cause I'll get
I'm not
prosthetics.
allowed to get if I just have to live life as a dual pelagic, I guess is what that would be called. Yeah, get rid of my feet. I need my hands.
Fair enough.
How am I gonna beat the fuck out of somebody?
I was scared what the last part of that was going to
No, I was not gonna say
be.
that.
Who are you guys' top 3 players to watch at the Euros and the Copa America?
Oh man,
All right, let's go Copa first.
Okay.
Vinny for sure.
Vinny definitely. I think fraud watch Casemiro.
Okay. Yeah. Any player on Argentina that isn't Messi,
Okay.
I want to see how they fare.
Yeah. I'm always interested with Argentina about like who actually makes the squad.
Yeah. And honestly, I'll say Darwin Núñez taking over Suarez for Uruguay. I'll be watching
Yeah.
that for sure. I probably could have picked
Pulisic.
some better players.
Pulisic is the second most goal contributions in club soccer out of all the players in Copa America this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Very interesting. Captain America looks good, and he's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
She posted a TikTok of him. At the
Maybe
golf course.
maybe Gio Reyna?
He's always one to watch because him and Greg Berhalter might throw hands on the sidelines. Also, Greg Berhalter die? Wow. Question mark.
All right, what about the Euros?
Artie Güler.
Lamine Yamal.
All the young guys, honestly.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling.
Any
that's a bit
German player
strange.
that's under 25.
Yeah, like Musiala, Wirtz. Honestly, the German midfield in general is just a really fun group to watch. I'll give another fraud watch, though.
Love the fraud watch.
Phil Foden.
Yeah.
Phil Foden's on fraud watch.
Phil Foden.
And
is
I
on fraud
love
watch.
Phil Foden. I do. I've talked about it multiple times on this podcast. I'm not a Man City fan. I'm a Pep Guardiola fan, and I'm a Phil Foden fan.
Yeah.
And Phil Foden looked so bad in that first game.
Yep.
Colin is doing some kind of calisthenics next to the camera. He's cramping. Last night, he had to crawl to the bathroom because he got a Charlie horse.
Oh,
He
man.
had 3 of them last night.
3 Charlie horses last night. That's why he's not on the episode. He's not feeling up to it. Yeah, I'd say fraud watch Phil Foden.
I like that.
You guys got anybody else
Trying to
that
think.
we should be looking at?
There's so many guys, dude. That's the problem with the Euros. There's too much talent.
Yeah, I mean, how do we feel about Modric now?
I don't think there's anything to watch. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'd say Benjamin Sesko. I think he's
Benjamin Sesko.
Slovaki. He's either Slovakian, Slovenian, or Serbian. He's one of the three. He's the striker for Leipzig that just signed
okay.
He just signed an extension with Leipzig. I think he's definitely one to watch.
Yeah, I guess my last one would be Cole Palmer. See if he sees the field. Hopefully.
Same Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
All right, last question. If tomorrow you woke up and your entire life was now a video game, what would be the mod or cheat you would want in your life to use first?
GTA 5 Infinite Money Glitch. That's all I can think of.
Infinite Money. Infinite Money, I think, is a good shout, but I'm gonna go. I would go like teleportation.
It's like fast travel.
Yeah.
Fast travel, cheat code.
I Portal 2. I don't know.
Portal 2.
Oh,
That would be
portal gun
fucking-
would be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would you want to live in that place?
No.
But like if I just
hell
had
no.
a portal gun, like in real life,
Yeah.
that would be crazy. I could just work in home and I just
Yeah.
boom, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm
Is there
never
any
late.
good like mods or glitches for like zombies?
Minecraft Mo
Like
Creatures. mod.
BO2
Some
BO2
aimbot?
zombies with aimbot.
This could go to a dark conversation. We start talking about having aimbot.
Oh no.
Yeah, maybe not that.
Yeah, no.
How about FIFA and I'm turning the sliders all the way up.
So you
My
never
life
missed?
is FIFA.
Have you ever seen the
Yeah.
Reddit post about that?
No.
The guy made a Reddit post. I've seen it read on TikTok while I was watching a Subway Surfers video, of
Nice.
course. And
you
he
know
was
those
talking
are
about
made with AI?
Yeah.
That's
he was talking
crazy.
about how he has perfect aim. Like anything that he intends to throw somewhere always goes there.
Mhm.
The problem is anything that gets in the way does not matter. So if he was trying to throw a pen into a cup and you walk in front of it, that pen goes through you and into the cup
Oh no.
Interesting.
because he can never miss.
Very
So if you
interesting.
turn the sliders all the way up, but you have that kind of problem where Luke's sitting right there and you underhand something in your head, you were like, I'm gonna throw this to Colin.
But I think it would only apply
behind
on the
that
soccer
wall.
field.
And it just
if it's
kills me.
if I'm choosing to live in FIFA.
Okay, yeah, if you're choosing the game, but I just
Yeah.
said your entire life becomes a game.
Yeah,
You get to choose any mod or whatever from any game. So,
that's true. I don't know. Pixelmon.
so you want Pokemon in real life?
No, I want Pokemon and in
Oh my
Minecraft.
Okay. You want everything to be blocks
Yes.
and to have Pokemon.
correct.
That would be kind of cool because in
Yeah.
Pixelmon, they don't
Minecraft
attack
Skyblock.
you. That would be terrifying.
That would be really
Fuck
scary.
that, dude. But I want like the special one where you have to grow the different trees that are the different ores.
Sky Factory.
Yeah, Sky
We sound
Factory.
like huge nerds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is like prime middle school Grayson talking right now.
Nice. I love Minecraft though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Minecraft's so
great.
goated.
Actually,
like a
recently, I recently discovered that my girlfriend plays Pixelmon.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's sick.
and she was showing me how to play it. And
What's your
I
favorite
had
starter?
No idea what I was doing.
Yeah, what's your favorite starter Pokemon, Luke?
I don't know.
You don't know anything?
I've always liked the one that's like the turtle, but it's like a piece
Squirtle.
of land.
Oh no.
On his
You're
back?
talking
That's
about
the final evolution of Turtwig.
Turtwig.
Yeah, I like him. He's cool.
Okay, that's kind of lame.
Torterra?
Nobody picks
That's
grass
Torterra.
type. Nobody cares about grass type starters.
No, it's fire or water.
Yeah,
There's-
fire
we
or
don't
water
choose the
starters. Otherwise, fuck yourself.
Oh, that didn't-
Chimchar, that's my boy. Big
That's a good one,
Chimchar
that's a good
guy.
That Denmark goal is insane today.
It was.
All right, Grayson, back to you. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
I got to pee, so
Okay.
please.
Yeah, let's mute Nathan's mic so he doesn't talk over me in this outro. Well, this was a fun, relaxing episode. Kind of just took it easy today. Obviously, tons of Euros to watch. Got Copa America starting up this weekend. Got the Olympics in a month. Olympic
Yes.
trials going on right now. We won't talk about that at all. Sure. Obviously, MLB got the Rickwood Field games going on this
Whoa.
weekend.
That is such a
Yeah,
unique
lots to see.
jersey.
Whose is it?
Whatever team is wearing white there,
Well, that doesn't help.
Slovenia, I guess.
Oh, okay.
If it zoomed, oh wow, that's really what happened in Slovenia, Serbia.
Wow. That was how they drew.
What a
That's
crazy game! And Jovic
Luka
too.
Jovic.
He was supposed to replace Benzema at Real Madrid.
Yeah, funny. Nice try. Somehow he got replaced by a center mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry
All right.
Kane over there
well,
like, gosh,
yeah, fucking standing on the field, choking on his tongue. All right. Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Turn on post notifications on YouTube. Look out for the Wednesday videos. We got some field day stuff coming that we filmed yesterday. That was a super fun time.
So much fun.
Got a bunch of stuff kind of coming for the next couple of weeks. So obviously, podcasts Mondays and Fridays. Short form videos on Wednesdays here on YouTube. And if you're on the podcast platforms, 5 stars, give us a follow. And follow us on all the social media accounts. Will be right here at the bottom of the screen. Luke, anything else for the people?
Nah, man. Just excited for the Copa to start tonight, 8 p.m.
Hand calling that microphone. You know exactly what you need to do right now.
Oh, okay.
4 words.
4 words off camera. We got Leaf.
Okay.
We got BMW.
I don't know if that's a word. Yeah, we'll take acronyms.
We'll call it. We're gonna go pool
Okay.
and ball.
Leaf, BMW, pool,
And ball.
ball. You heard the man. All right. Well, you're going to hear that voice again on Monday. You'll hear mine as well. We'll see Luke next week. Catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.